Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Doctor Janine Show. I'm so happy to have you all here today. Please say hello and say where you're from as you chime in. Guess what we're talking about today? So much requested topic, my laundry soap. The natural one that's not going to add any more toxicity to your probably already toxic life. Just kidding. We talk all about detox here on the Doctor Janine Show, and thank you for streaming in today. Okay, so we're going to be making this. I'm going to share that recipe with you. Also, by popular request, I've had so many comments about hyperthyroidism. I post a lot about thyroid health, low thyroid, but today we're talking hyperthyroidism and some active tips that you can do in your daily life to help with your thyroid. So that's really important as well. Guess what else we're going to be making? We're making an eyelash growth serum in the beauty set in this show, which you're going to love as well. We'll be talking and revisiting the belly fat hack that we talked about last week. Yeah, how many of you have been doing that? I hope you're loving it. And if you missed it, we're going to go through that a little bit as well and what you can do, and specifically the lymphatic massage that I do along with that castor oil pack to help to melt away that belly fat, which you are going to love. Now, if you missed last week, we talked about leg vein and artery health, as well as when to best take your vitamins, especially magnesium is something that we focused in on last week. I hope you're making that change. Your magnesium, when do we take magnesium? We take magnesium in the morning. Hello from India. Nice to see you, Happiness4369. It's great to have you here. Thank you for tuning in today. And hello, Deanna, you're Lebanese. Nice to see you. Thank you for tuning in. And from Cajun country, MS Nola, thanks for tuning in as well. And it's great to see you. Thank you for tuning in and seeing me live. Hello in Florida, Orlando. I see a bunch of people, Floridians, that are here. Lovely weather, I'm guessing, in Florida today. And good morning. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. Kathy, hello. Johnny, nice to see you. And Sharon, if I don't call out your name, I'm sorry. I do my best to call out as many as I can, but it's very difficult because there's like hundreds of people that are tuning in, and it's so great to have you all here, no matter what platform you're tuning in on. Okay. So let's talk about headaches and migraines as well. This is something that our viewers were asking about last week. And of course, I have my hacks and what we can do naturally, as well as we will be going to the kitchen and making that natural laundry soap. So if you've missed that recipe in the past, I'm going to be mixing that up for you so that you can see exactly how you do that. It's a game changer for doing your laundry, and it's going to save you hundreds and hundreds of dollars as well every year. Okay. Now, when we're talking about the causes of headaches and migraines, this is such a common problem for everyone who has chronic headaches. So that could be migraines, it could be tension headaches, and any headache is not normal. Whenever you have a headache, that's your body telling you that there is something that is not right. So let's go through some of those most common causes of those headaches. Okay, so let's take a look at this. So number one, of course, toxicity. And that's why I talk so much about detoxing your body, getting those toxins out of your body to really help to alleviate that toxic load. Often toxicity is related to the large intestines, so with constipation, that can be a cause of that toxicity, but also liver toxicity is a common cause for headaches. So you should really never have a headache. If you do, you got to do something about it, which of course we're going to talk about. As well as, what else do we have? Magnesium and iron deficiency. So as simple as making sure you're getting a magnesium and making sure that you're getting enough iron. So of course, dietary sources of these things is important, but unfortunately, a lot of our food has become compromised and we simply don't get that same nutrient density that we once did, and this is why it's important often for supplementation, something that we'll talk about. Okay, as well as EMFs. Does everybody know what EMFs are? If you've seen my content before, you know what EMFs are. Somebody put it in the comments. Please put the answer. What are EMFs? What does EMF stand for? Thank you for all the new followers today as well, guys. It's so great to have you here, and thank you for tuning in, and thank you for sharing today's live as well. It's so great when you share the live with your friends so that other people can join in on the fun and get, this party going like we do every Tuesday here on the Doctor Janine Show. Okay. Somebody, please, yes, Diane, you got it, electromagnetic fields, so those EMFs. So we do have natural ones that exist, but also we want to make sure that we are limiting our non-native EMFs. What does that mean? Not the natural ones that come from the earth and the sun. Those EMFs are a problem from our electronics, of course. Lack of grounding. So if you're not getting grounded, this is another problem in terms of causing those headaches, and it's going to increase the inflammation in your body, making those migraines worse as well. Another cause of headaches and migraines, leptin resistance. Yes, that overall inflammation in the body is a problem. This is something that you definitely have to address, and that's why I share so much content about fixing your leptin resistance, decreasing the overall inflammation in your body. Okay, what have we got here? Insulin resistance. So usually it's the leptin resistance that happens first. Then we get the insulin resistance, and that's when our blood sugars are erratic. And that is a cause for headaches. So have you ever experienced, you haven't had your hit of sugar? Sometimes it could be caffeine related as well. You haven't had your hit of sugar and you're getting a headache, and as soon as you eat something sweet, that headache disappears. Well, that could be your blood sugars, that could be some insulin resistance happening, and that leptin resistance, that combo, deadly combo when it comes to headaches. But I'm gonna have some tips to help you with those chronic headaches. We will be talking a little bit more about balancing that blood sugar coming up, and I have some very specific herbal medicines that help with balancing blood sugars, which you're going to love. So you're going to want to jot those down or in screenshot maybe. Of course, we're in modern technology. Of course, you're going to want to screenshot all of the lists that I give you. Okay, and we can come back to them. Towards the end, we'll come back to anything that you've missed. If you're just tuning in now, hello, hello. So great to have you here. I'm Dr. Janine, and we're talking all things natural here on the Dr. Janine Show. Okay, now let's look at some of the tips that I have for migraines and headaches. Can everybody see that if I'm standing in the right place? Okay, good. All right, so tip number 1, you want to do that full body detox. This is important. That's why I do recommend doing herbal detoxification in a gentle but a very effective way, at least 3 to 4 times per year. You want to do this to help with moving that toxicity out of those internal organs. Okay, number 2 is magnesium. Remember we talked about magnesium deficiency? One of the most simple fixes for chronic migraines and headaches is to take your magnesium every day, because quite likely you're not getting enough in your food, so this is really important. And always taking a magnesium bisglycinate is something that we talked about last week. When do we take our magnesium? I think everybody knows now, I hope so. Magnesium in the morning. Hello, Maria. Hello, Patricia. Thank you for tuning in today. Great to see you all here. Okay, number 3. So that is real important. Number 4 is, of course, limit your EMF exposure. And I've got a bunch of videos that I talk about how to do that naturally. Of course, to limit your exposure, one of the things you want to do is keep your cell phone whenever you can on airplane mode. Turn off your Wi-Fi at night if you can. Don't charge your phone near your bed. I've got so many different tips on my different social media platforms. Make sure you check those out, and we'll continue to talk about that in the shows here when we talk live on the Dr. Janine Show. Okay, number 5. Fix that leptin resistance. So one of the things you can do is eat a big breakfast. Having a healthy breakfast, really important for that leptin signaling. Using cold exposure, so cold showers or ice packs will help your leptin receptors. And this is really important as well, limiting your EMFs, shutting down that toxic blue light at nighttime, another way to fix that leptin resistance. Okay, and number 6, limit your carbohydrates. So I'm talking about refined carbohydrates, not your friend when we're talking about balancing blood sugar levels. But remember, I'm going to share some herbs on how to do that as well. But you got to watch the diet a little bit, especially if you are prone to those headaches and migraines. So I hope that helps. Please screenshot that really quickly so that you've got that. And next we're going to say and have a shout out to somebody who has shared some great positive feedback here on the Dr. Janine Show. So that's coming up in a second. Everybody got that? Yes? Okay, so let's go on over here, and let's say hello to Luby Mirza. So thank you so much. She is, or I'm guessing she is our viewer spotlight. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you. You said you've learned so much from here and Dr. Janine and the Dr. Janine Show. So thank you, Luby. Thank you, and continue to share all your great comments. It's so great to have you all here today. Thank you for sharing today's live as well. It's so great to have you here. Okay, now we're going to the kitchen because we're going to be mixing up that famous laundry soap. So that laundry soap is amazing because it is all natural. And again, when we're talking about toxicity, we don't want to add extra toxicity into our world. Let's mix this up. You're going to be able to screenshot the recipe exactly how to make this. And I want you to do this. This is how we do our laundry at home. Amazing, amazing. It works amazing. It smells amazing. You're going to save hundreds of dollars because when you realize the ingredients are not that expensive because you buy the Castile soap. So that's ingredient number 1. That Castile soap is in a high concentration. So you don't need very much of it to be able to mix that into your glass jar. So I like to do it in a glass jar. You can also reuse one of your, laundry detergents and make a bigger batch of this, but it's totally up to you. Okay, so all we're doing is, and this was actually by request, it was Renee East and Magic Rose NYC asked for this recipe. So I hope you're both here today because we're going to be sharing this. Do a shout out and please let us know that you're here because I'd love to know that you're here. Okay, so this is our DIY laundry soap. So you've got the Castile soap, 2 tablespoons of that liquid Castile soap. I'm putting that into my glass jar, as well as 2 tablespoons of baking soda. Okay, so this has a brightening effect for the laundry. It helps with smells and just really helps to cleanse that laundry in a natural way. Now also what you're going to add in here is some essential oil. So peppermint is great, just a couple drops of that. You don't have to use peppermint. My go-to is lavender essential oil, makes everything smell nice and fresh and beautiful. A few drops of that, and you can go up to 10 drops. And then you're just mixing in some warm water. So we have some warm water here on the stove. I'm gonna mix that in. There we go. And you're just gonna mix and allow that solution to come together. And of course, the warmer water is going to sort of mix down that baking soda, which is amazing. And you're just gonna mix that up. Now, what I often do is just pop the top on here, shake it up, and you're ready to go. And you use the same ratio, so 1-to-1, whatever you're using for your liquid soap before in your machine, that's what you're going to do. You will love this recipe. Let's go on over so you can screenshot that really quickly. Thank you for sharing today's live, guys. I know that so many are sharing. Thank you for all my new followers that are here today as well. So great to have you here. We do this every Tuesday at this time slot on the Doctor Janine Show. Okay, so let's take a look at the recipe so that you can screenshot it really quickly. Again, here we go, 2 tablespoons of liquid Castile soap, there you see it, and of course the baking soda and your 5 to 10 drops of the lavender essential oil, and then you mix that up with some warm water, ideally, and put that into your jar, shake that up, and then you use it 1-to-1 ratio as much as your liquid soap that you use, and I use it right in the dispenser of the washing machine right in there. You can pour it directly on the clothes as well, but I put it into the dispenser. Okay, everybody's got that? Oh, guess what? It's quiz time. It's already quiz time. So if you didn't know, we have a few quiz questions every show, usually 3, sometimes 4, but 3 questions in today's show. And this week we are playing for a prize like we do every week. We're playing for the organic vitamin C from our sponsors at VitaTree. So we thank them for sponsoring this show and making this show possible in the first place. And this is what we're playing for. We will congratulate last week's winner in just a few moments, so stay tuned for that. So if you're new here for the first time, just do your best. Even if you don't know the answers to the questions, all you're going to do is just do your best, put your answers in. Your best guess is the best guess, and just do that. It's an amazing way that you can participate, and maybe you will be our winner. Okay, so we are ready to go. Once you see that question up there, you're going to have 30 seconds to answer. Here we go. True or false? Headaches can be caused by constipation. You got 30 seconds on the clock. Let's go. Get your answers in. True or false? Good job, everyone, getting your answers in. Sunshine Mumsy, nice to see you. Linda Who, Munraya, Orlando, Soulfully, Heather, Debbie, hello, nice to see you. Annabella, oh my goodness, so many people here. And get your answers in. How much time? 3 seconds. 2 and 1. I hope everybody got your answers in. And of course, the answer is true. So remember when we talked about that toxicity in the large intestine. So just pay attention if you are prone to headaches. Do you get headaches maybe when you haven't pooped enough? And when you do poop, often the headache may be relieved. So just pay attention to that. If you have friends or family, people who suffer from headaches, this is something that you want to be aware of. But more importantly, what do you do about that? Well, you got to deal with that constipation. And that's why I'm here, because you know me, I like to talk about poop. Well, not that I like to. Well, do I? No. I don't know. If you see my posts, that's what made me famous anyway on TikTok, was my poop platter and talking about poop. So I'm not shy about it. Hey, we all do it every day, or we're supposed to do it every day. And that constipation can be a cause for those headaches. Okay, so let's congratulate last week's winner. And it was Joanne P. And you were the winner of the thyroid support. Thank you so much for participating in our quiz section last week. Again, everybody who's here today, we still have another couple quiz questions coming up that you have the opportunity to win a prize as well. Okay, now let's talk about herbal medicines to help to balance our blood sugar. Now, this is really important because remember, the leptin resistance can cause those headaches, but we know that balancing blood sugar is really important, especially if you're trying to lose that weight. And if you've seen my fat, this is Mr. Fat, if you haven't yet met Mr. Fat, this is just 5 pounds of fat. And balancing blood sugar and balancing our leptin levels is really important, especially if you've got that chronic weight gain that you can't get rid of, and especially if it's in the midsection. I've got my hack coming up for that. We're going to revisit what we talked about last week, that fat melting, blasting pack that we put on at bedtime. That's coming up as well. We will revisit, but today I'm going to be sharing actually how to massage that lymph to really help to blast away that belly fat. But let's talk about some of those herbal medicines that help with that fat, but to balance that blood sugar. So we will be talking about your thyroid as well, and hyperthyroidism. We had some questions about that, so that's going to be coming up. Okay, so one of my favorite herbal medicines to balance blood sugar is the African wild mango seed. This is amazing. The studies have shown that it helps not only with satiety, so you feel full longer, but also helps to balance the blood sugar. And we also have muscadine grape skins, helps to balance blood glucose levels, helps with insulin sensitivity. So this is important so that we get our glucose into the cells so it can be turned into energy more effectively. Number 3, white mulberry. Now this is called Morris alba, fantastic herbal medicine as well that helps to balance those blood sugars, helps with that insulin sensitivity as well, so helps with that insulin resistance. And number 4, Gymnema sylvester. This also helps to balance blood sugars, but it also helps with satiety. So when you take this herbal medicine, it actually helps to keep you full longer, helps to stabilize. So you know when you have carbohydrates, it spikes your blood glucose levels. You're going to be spiking up and then you crash down, and that's when you don't feel so well. You may get the headache, you may crave the carbs, you may just be irritable and nasty and you're looking for more sugar. And of course, you're gaining weight in that process. This is a problem, and that's why I love this combination of these herbal medicines. You can screenshot that really quickly so that you've got it to really help with balancing those blood glucose levels. Okay, everybody got that? All right, yay, yay, yay. Thank you for everyone. Yes, nice to see you. Thank you for tuning in from Jamaica. That's fantastic. And it's great to have you all here. Berberine, yes, that is another good one. Absolutely, a lot of research has gone into berberine as well. Okay, but there are some sort of side effects with berberine, so that's not one of the ones that I choose to take. Personally, I do take these ones though, okay, to balance the blood sugar, really important. So let's say congratulations and thank you. So a big thanks from me to you and to all of my super fans. So on different platforms, you can be deemed a super fan by giving gifts and all these lovely things. So I thank all of you, and thank you to all my super fans who have always supported me. And if you're new to the channel as well, welcome in. Thank you for all your support and the fact that you're watching and you're learning something today. You're doing something good for yourself, and of course doing it naturally, and that's what we're all about here at the Doctor Janine Show. So thank you. Thanks to all of your support. It helps to keep me energized and activated to be able to do more and more research for you and answer your questions so that you get your questions answered, of course, from a natural perspective, being a naturopathic doctor, Dr. Janine. Okay, so great to have you here. Now, we will be talking about that lash growth serum. We're going to be going to the beauty set in just a bit, so stay tuned for that. That's going to be so much fun. I love that lash growth serum. It is amazing, and it's all natural. And now we're talking lymphatic drainage. So here's my demo. Okay, so who was here last week? I hope somebody was here last week. Yes? Put a 1 in the comments if you were here last week and you saw the lymphatic talk about the abdomen and burning off that belly fat. How many ones? Okay, I know somebody was here last week. Okay, there's a delay in the comments. Okay, yes, Jose was here. Pam, Victor, nice to have you back today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Danielle, WJ, Mary, Kathy, Maria. I see some familiar names. Frozen's Matt, thank you for tuning back in again. Pom Pom Girl. All right, awesome. So many people were here last week. Thanks for tuning in again. Okay, so if you missed it, we talked about using that castor oil on the abdomen, and we wrap our abdomen at nighttime. And then we put a waist trainer around the abdomen. So you put the castor oil. Now, my routine, so this is what I actually do, is I work in some lymphatic drainage before I actually apply the pack around my abdomen. And this is, again, to blast away that belly fat. It really does help. Has anybody noticed any differences yet? Has anybody tried it? Please put a 2 in the comments if you've actually tried this since last week. Thank you, Passing Through This, for sharing the live today. How many of you have actually tried this? Put a 2 in the comments. I hope at least one person has tried it. Okay, yes, Stella, you did. Debbie, awesome. I hope you're noticing some results already. It's such an easy, fascinating hack, and it's amazing, it's amazing. Okay, so all you do is you're gonna apply the castor oil. So I dump the castor oil, a couple tablespoons, tablespoon and a half probably of castor oil, 2 tablespoons. I just goop up my hands with that castor oil. Pour it in my hands, and then I go like this. Now pretend this is my abdomen, okay? So then what I do is that I apply it around, and I do a circular motion, circular, clockwise, okay? So I go around 5 times clockwise. Then I focus in on the ileocecal valve. So does everybody know where your ileocecal valve is? Probably not. Okay, so you're gonna find, I want everybody to sit up straight right now, or stand up, and feel your belly button. So with one hand, you're gonna feel, with your left hand, feel your belly button. And with your right hand, feel the top part, if you can find it, of your iliac crest. So where your hip bone sort of sticks out the most, you're gonna find that on your right-hand side. Now you're gonna meet the point in between, so halfway in between there, that's your ileocecal valve. This is where the small and large intestine meet each other. Often it's stuck and food isn't getting through properly, and this can be a cause for constipation, weight gain, poor digestion, gas, bloating. I've got videos specifically on how to actually clear and massage out that. This is really important. Thanks for following, guys. Thanks for everybody who's here today. It's so great to have you all here, and thanks for sharing today's live as well. Okay. So everybody found their ileocecal valve. So let's go back. Okay, so I put the castor oil on. This is at bedtime. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times around. Then you find that ileocecal valve, and I massage. So I get right in there, massage, 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 massage that ileocecal valve, okay? I have a specific video. You can check it out. Just look it up on my channels, how to work that ileocecal valve, which is really important, okay? So now that I've done that, my last step is I'm going down the sides. So this helps to flush that lymphatic. So down the sides 5 times like this, and then I'm done. And then I wrap my pack. So then I take, so now, and then with the rest of the excess oil that's on my hands, I go all around sort of the back of here, because remember that flannel is going to wrap around. So then the flannel, I place my flannel, I use an old baby blanket that I have for my kids, there we go. And then I put the waist trainer around that, and then go to bed and sleep, and that's it. And so now you've stimulated, I don't know if I can do this, there we go, yeah, got it? All right, I love live TV. I'm so used to it. I've been on live TV for like, how many years now? 14 years? Anything can happen, but there, I did pretty good, right? Okay, so that's all you do, and then you sleep with that on. Amazing, amazing, helps with, okay, so people are asking, well, how does this work for belly fat? Well, it helps to stimulate your circulation. We know that that castor oil is anti-inflammatory, helps with circulation, helps with extra water weight, and we know that it helps to detox as well. So this is on a deeper level, helping to detox your internal organs, your kidneys, your liver, because you've wrapped it around your liver, as well as your abdomen, can help to stimulate a bowel movement in the morning as well. It's phenomenal. So just try that. I hope everybody has, and I've answered your question, so that's exactly what it does. And amazing, amazing. Thank you for tuning in. We have some doctors here as well. Thank you for tuning in. So great to have you here and tuning in today to the Dr. Janine Show. Okay, we're at quiz question number 2 already. So remember, every show we have prizes that and we'll share, of course, Every week we share our last week's winner, but we are playing for the organic vitamin C from our sponsor, VitaTree Nutritionals. We thank them very much for making this show possible in the first place. Okay, so everybody right now who's tuned in, thank you for tuning in. I know there's a lot of you here right now. Everybody's got the opportunity to win, even if you don't answer the quiz questions correctly, okay? So just do your best, put it in the comments as fast as you can. You've got 30 seconds once you see that question up there. Are we ready? Okay, here we go. This one's a little bit more tricky. You had to pay attention. Name a herbal medicine proven to balance blood sugar levels. Something that I mentioned. Okay, everybody got 30 seconds on the clock. Let's go. Get your answers in now. Thanks for sharing, guys. I see that your name disappeared so quickly. Thank you for sharing live. Awesome. And thanks for all the new followers that are here as well. Wow. Wow. So many people have been paying attention. Love it, love it, love it. Amazing. How much time do we have left? Oh, 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Did everybody get their answers in? I hope so. Good job, everyone, on all the platforms. I can see all of your answers. Good job. Okay. So some of the ones that I mentioned, African wild mango seeds. Good job. I know a lot of you had that answer, so I'm very impressed. That's amazing, amazing. I see that. Okay, muscat and grape skin, white mulberry, and Gymnema sylvester. So those are all the ones. Did anybody put Gymnema in there? I don't know if I saw it. Maybe you did. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Good job, everyone. Congratulations. There's still one more quiz question, right? Yes? Yes, we still have one more, so you still have another chance. Okay, so don't go anywhere. Now, we're talking about tips now for your thyroid and if it's overactive, okay? So that overactive thyroid, for some people it is Graves' disease and it's autoimmune. This is something that we definitely want to do whatever we can naturally to help to balance that hyperthyroidism. And it was Ike Dis1 who asked this from last week's show, wanted me to talk about hyperthyroidism. So answering your question, I hope that you're here. Here we go. One of my tips for hyperthyroidism, probably the most important, limit your cell phone use, especially near your thyroid. This also goes for the earbuds, so any Bluetooth type of device in your ears. It is not good for your thyroid gland. Those EMFs, remember we talked earlier about the EMFs, the electromagnetic fields, those EMFs, very detrimental. And that radiation, especially the thyroid, is especially sensitive to that. So this is really important. Whenever you have to, get that phone away, put it on airplane mode, keep it away from you. Don't charge it near your bed. Try to use wired. You can actually purchase AirTube wired headphones if you need to have conversations on your phone. Much better than having that phone. And at the very least, if you need to talk on speakerphone, keep your phone off your body. So put it down on the desk or on the bed or wherever if you're having a conversation. Don't be holding on to it and keep it. It's all about the distance. When they've done the research, it all has to do with the distance, how far it is from your head in terms of the negative effects of those EMFs. Okay, so that's really important. Number 2, for that hyperthyroidism, you've got to get that sunlight in your eyes and on your skin. You've got to reconnect with nature again. It's so important, especially that first morning light. So that sunrise light, as close to sunrise as possible. I know some of you are like, oh, I can't get up that early. Yeah, not everybody can get up for sunrise. However, the closest to sunrise that you can, get some fresh air. Get outside, don't wear sunglasses, and get some light on your skin, okay? Number 3, eat colorful foods. So foods that are high in polyphenols, especially green tea, help to inhibit something called thyroid peroxidase. And this was found in one study to be very, very helpful in terms of making sure that that thyroid function is optimized. Okay, and as well, we have selenium. So selenium is a very important mineral for our thyroid function. So whether you're hyper or hypothyroid, it's been found that selenium is an essential nutrient to help to regulate and balance out our thyroid hormones. So remember the thyroid, this goes for, again, people that have low thyroid as well. You want to make sure that you're optimizing your thyroid function. So eating just 3 Brazil nuts per day is going to give you what you need in terms of enough selenium to help to run that thyroid and to balance things out, okay? Really, really important. Guess what? We're going to the beauty set. and we're making that eyelash serum that you will absolutely love. It's completely natural. Love it, love it, love it. Let's go on over here, and if you missed anything, of course, we can come back to it, and you can ask me more questions, as well as, of course, you can screenshot. So if you missed any of these recipes, we're going to show you this recipe in just a second. You're going to be able to screenshot that as well. But this is fabulous. So you don't need to have these fancy little tubes. You can purchase them online, but you don't need to. You can just keep this in a dish as long as it's covered so that it stays, you know, away from bacteria and things. But you can also purchase these little, you know, mascara thingies online, which is easy to do, but you don't need that. Okay, so let's get going. So all you're going to do is pierce 2 capsules of vitamin E. And I'm just going to mix this into a glass dish. So that vitamin E acts as a natural help to help with your lashes. So I just pierced it. You can pierce it with a pin or whatever you need. And moving on to, and this is the 400 IU vitamin E, and squeezing that into the dish. So it takes a bit sometimes to, and that's a natural antioxidant, as we know, which is fantastic for the lashes, but it also helps to make sure that it's a preservative for the actual formulation. We also have 1 teaspoon of castor oil. So that's gonna go in, and of course, castor oil for me is famous. Love my castor oil for the, you know, other things that we use in terms of blasting away that belly fat. And we also have 1 teaspoon of sweet almond oil and 1 teaspoon of coconut oil. So that's all going into your dish. You're going to, of course, you saw that I didn't measure that 100%, but who cares? That's okay. I do everything by eyeballing it. You're gonna mix that up and then put that into, you know, keep it in a covered dish. It's totally up to you, or put it into one of these lash serum types of things. And you apply that at bedtime, which is amazing for the growth of your lashes. It's very soothing, and it has, you know, so many different benefits for your eyelashes. You can use a Q-tip as well and dip it into that solution and just apply it on the upper lash line and just go to bed. So I like to do it at bedtime. You will love it. And what it does for your lashes, I mean, it's incredible. So I want you to try that out. Here you go. I hope that you get to see this. Can we see it all here? Should we go to the next screen? We could do that as well. Can everybody see the entire screen? Yeah? Okay, good. You got it? Awesome, awesome. Thanks for all the shares, and thanks for all the new people. Jillian, thank you for sharing today's live. That's amazing that you're here today. I'm glad that you caught the show. Maybe you're here for the first time. All right, does everybody have that? We got it? All right, good, 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 good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you want me to call up the other recipes, earlier we made the laundry soap as well, if you're just tuning in, so we can call up that recipe in just a second. You'll also have the opportunity to ask me some more questions in just a moment. And okay, you couldn't see the screen. Can we go back? Sorry, they couldn't see the full screen. Can we please go back to the lash serum? Okay, there we go. So you can screenshot that really quickly. I want you to be really, you got to make this. It's amazing for your lashes. Okay, everybody has it? All right, did everybody get it? Yes, yes. So if you're just tuning in, we're making this lash serum, which we just mixed up. Here's the recipe. Even if you're just tuning in now, just screenshot this really quickly so that you've got it. And there you go. Okay, we're already at quiz question number 3. Today's show is like flying by. Maybe we'll have a few questions, you know, extra time for questions today. Okay, we're playing for the organic vitamin C from our great sponsors at VitaTree. We thank them for making this show possible. Is everybody ready? This is our last quiz question for today. Here we go. What should you do with your cell phone if you have hyperthyroid? All right, you got 30 seconds. Let's go. What should you do if you have hyperthyroid? Really, this is for everyone. It's not just for hyperthyroid. This is for everyone. These are tips that everybody should follow to stay healthy. All right, everybody get it? Yes, yes, good, good, good. Everybody has been paying attention. Amazing, amazing. If you couldn't see it before, we're gonna come back to the screen in just a second, so don't worry. And for the laundry soap as well, don't worry. Okay, get your answers in. 5 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I saw a lot of people had the right answers. Okay, keep it away from your body. Yes, keep that phone away from your body. That's true for everyone, not just for hyperthyroid. And keep it away from that area. Use the corded headphones. Absolutely. You can get the air tubes, which are even better. Put it on speaker mode. Yes, amazing. See the sunrise. Thank you. FI. Good job. I was waiting for that one. That's one of the most important ones as well. And that's going to help with the thyroid, as well as, yes, airplane mode, keep it away from your body. Okay, good job, everyone. A lot of great answers here. So congratulations to everybody who participated today. And I know we've got questions. MJ03 is saying how to build iron quickly. So one of my favorite ways to do that, of course, increase the iron-containing foods in your diet. So dark foods, something like figs, prunes, fantastic. Plantains, also a good source, but eating your foods in season is important as well, depending on where you live, because the sweeter types of foods are better tolerated when you have a lot of UV light from the sun to help to balance out those carbohydrates and make sure that you're metabolizing them properly. Thank you, Charlie, for sharing in Austin, Texas, I'm guessing. Thanks for sharing today's live. So that's important. But when we're talking about making sure that we are, where was I now? I was talking, I got sidetracked. Thanks for the follow. Thank you, thanks. Yes, so when you are not able to get enough from your diet for your iron, you definitely want to make sure that you are supplementing with the right type of iron, the one that you'll actually digest and absorb, and that's an iron bisglycinate. So bound to glycine, which is an important amino acid that really helps with making sure that it doesn't cause constipation, and that's my favorite type of iron, iron bisglycinate. I don't know if we can pull it up. I know we do have a slide that has the spelling of the iron bisglycinate. We can show it to you really quickly, which is, here we go. Right behind me here, iron bisglycinate, okay? So there you go. That's the type of iron that you're looking for. And making sure, of course, that there's no fillers or flow agents. Our friends behind the scenes can help to answer and point you in the right direction there. Okay, Tumi, thank you for the follow. Nice to see you. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Dr. Janine, if you've just tuned in now, and we do the Dr. Janine Show every Tuesday at this time zone. You have the opportunity to ask me questions. We go through different ways of course, helping ourselves in a natural way and tuning into nature, and that's what life's all about, getting reconnected. I am a naturopathic doctor, and of course the word nature is right in the name of my profession, so really important that we tune back into nature, use nature and the wisdom of nature to get healthier and to do that in a great way. Okay. All right, we answered questions. Sorry? Oh, the castor oil. You want to go back to the castor oil pack. All right. How did I know that somebody was going to ask? Okay, so this is something that we talked about in last week's show, and we revisited it as well. So let me go back to the beginning. That castor oil pack, and I know that you wanted to see the screens. There were a few questions. We'll come back to the other recipes for the screens. Okay, so castor oil. Maybe can you throw me the castor oil, please, Sam? Thank you. Let's grab the castor oil so I can show you exactly. Now, I'm not going to get my hands all goopy with this, but you're going to get some castor oil, hexane-free castor oil. Make sure it's a good brand, okay? And you're gonna put it into your hand. So about a tablespoon or more. If you're bigger or smaller, you may need more or less castor oil to cover the area, okay? So you're gonna put that in your hand, and what I do then is I go like this, and first I just apply it. So I just get it on my skin. So pretend this is me. I just get it on my skin, mostly on my abdomen. Then I'm gonna go, and this is to melt away the belly fat in case anybody's tuning in and you're like, what is going on here? So then what you're going to do is you're going to do the massage, and this is what we talked about. This is new information today. This is going to help to move those lymphatics, which is so important for your lymphatics, helps to stimulate digestion. We're going to get to that in just a second. So 5 times around, going clockwise on your abdomen, 5 times, okay? Then you're going to go to your ileocecal valve. So we did this earlier. So find your belly button with your left hand. This is my left hand. It may be reversed on your cameras. Left hand, find your belly button. Right hand, find your tall part of your hip bone that's maybe sticking out. If you have a bit more fluffiness, then maybe it's not sticking out. So just guesstimate where your hip bone would be sticking out, okay? And then midway between those 2 points is where your ileocecal valve is, and this is where your small and large intestine join each other. So this is important because what you're going to do, so imagine that we're going here. Can't see it because it is buried beneath here. But anyways, now what we're going to do is you're going to massage that ileocecal valve, okay? So you're going to keep going, massage, massage, massage. This is really important, and that will help, especially if you've got a lot of gas and bloating. You've got issues with improper digestion, you're holding on to that extra weight around the midsection, that belly fat. These are all part and parcel of getting things going from the inside out. You wouldn't believe how well this worked for that belly fat and melting it away. Okay, so you're gonna massage, massage, massage. I hope everybody's massaging their ileocecal valve right now. Good job, everyone. And now that you've done that, the last move is you're doing a downwards motion, helping to move those lymphatics. So just gently on both sides. I usually do about 5 times down the abdomen with your castor oil. Then whatever excess I have on my hands, I didn't share this earlier, whatever excess I have on my hands, I just rub on my skin, usually on my knees to help to protect my knees, to keep my knees healthy. And then you're going to take your blanket. So this is my baby blanket. Make sure that it is washed in the natural laundry soap. You don't want to be adding any chemicals to your skin with castor oil, because castor oil helps to absorb a lot of stuff. And you're detoxing with the castor oil. You don't want to add toxic stuff. So make sure that this is unbleached cotton, flannel, whatever. I use an old baby blanket that, of course, I wash in our laundry soap, which I'm going to share in just a second. That recipe that we mixed up today as well. Then I just wrap that around my abdomen. And I have a waist trainer. Again, this is something that you can work out with, is the waist trainer, which is great. I love to do that. It's just the satisfaction of peeling it off after a workout, and you get all sweaty and you see it dripping off your abdomen. It's so fun. Okay, there we go. And then you're just going to apply that around, and then you go to bed. Now, I do want to mention, which I didn't mention earlier, so I hope everybody's still here, don't wear nice clothes. Don't wear your silk jammies when you do this, because it will stain. So I just wear tank top kind of thing, a cotton tank top. You don't want to, because this will stain your clothes. So you just want to make sure that you're not wearing your best pajamas when you do this, okay? Then you wrap that, go to sleep, and in the morning you just, which I also didn't say before, you just take it off. And then what I do is exactly this. I roll it up, ready to use again the next night. And then after about 10 times, then I'm going to wash my castor oil, again in my natural laundry soap, which I'm going to share that recipe again, and reuse it, and then you do it again. So you do this every night. It is amazing for that belly fat. How many of you have done this? I know a few of you are just tuning in, and yes. Good. Thank you for tuning in. It's amazing, and it really does help to flatten that tummy. Okay, I know that there's more questions that I missed. Oh, we want to... The recipes, yes, let's look at the recipes. Which screen do you guys want me on? Let's go over here. Okay, so earlier, yes, this is the laundry soap. Maybe we can grab it. Where's my laundry soap? Thank you. Yes, thank you. So this was the laundry soap. Thank you so much. And that's the recipe right here. So you've got your liquid Castile soap, and a little goes a long way with this stuff. So you only need 2 tablespoons. You're going to mix in 2 tablespoons of baking soda and 5 to 10 drops of lavender essential oil. You can mix in some peppermint, especially if you have like sweaty gym clothes and sweaty, hockey stuff or whatever. The kids, there's sweaty kind of bacteria-laden clothing. You can add in the peppermint. It really helps to freshen up the laundry, but you don't need to. You could just do the lavender. You can use whatever essential oil you like. Just make sure it's not a dark one that is not staining. And there you go. And you're going to put that in a mason jar. Then you're going to top that up with some warm water. And there you go. And then you're going to use this 1-to-1 with the whatever laundry soap that you usually use in your machine. I hope that helps. You got that? Okay, everybody? And we're going to share one more recipe that we went through today, and that was the eyelash serum. So let me pass that to you real quickly. So we I mixed up the eyelash serum as well. So this is phenomenal, and it's going to really help with that lash growth. Completely natural. There's none of those nasty. If you've looked at some of the ingredients and the side effects of some of those not so natural lash growing things out there, not so great. Okay, so here you've got vitamin E, and castor oil, sweet almond oil, and coconut oil. You're going to mix that all into a little container, and then that's it. And really, really easy to use this at nighttime. So just so you don't need a lot, so just a little bit. You could use a Q-tip if you don't have one of these applicator things. Just use a little Q-tip and put that on the lashes. I just do the upper lashes, amazing, and then sleep with that, amazing, amazing. Okay, so everybody got that. Thank you for the follow. Thanks for sharing today's live as well, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, Millie, try it, please. You will love these recipes. They're amazing, amazing. And you, Nuri, you missed the thing about, okay, wrapping around the waist. Should we do it one more time? Do I have time? And yes, using a 1 liter mason jar. I think somebody has a question for the laundry soap. Okay, yes? Awesome. Yes, okay, Nuri, yes. Oh, let's do the melting the fat one more time. Okay, let's do it really quickly. Okay, castor oil. Castor oil, buy it at the store or online. Castor oil into your hand. Mix it in your hands, okay? Then you're going to apply in your abdomen 5 times around, 5 times clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then find that ileocecal valve. You're going to massage that ileocecal valve. Now, when you do this the first time, you may hear gurgling and lots of stuff moving and stuff happening because quite likely it's actually stuck. So you want to get that ileocecal valve unstuck. This is going to help with constipation, but helps with that belly fat as well, and helps your liver function in time when the more that you're using this castor oil pack. Then you're going to take your cotton flannel, again, that's washed in that natural soap that we just made because you don't want chemicals on here. You're going to wrap that around your abdomen. Sorry, I missed the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, ileocecal valve, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just downward strokes. Then you're going to wrap around as such, and then put your waist trainer around that and go to bed. Remember, don't wear your best clothing when you do this. There you go. Wrap this around. It's all falling down. It's like my 4th or 5th time doing it today. There we go. Lucy, you happy? You happy? How's your belly fat? Good, good. Lucy talks to me. I'm just kidding. Okay, so I hope you got it. And we do have the recipe for that, I believe, doing the castor oil pack. Do we have that? Can we call that up or no? No, we don't have it. I think it was posted, though. It may have been posted, so you can definitely check that out. Okay, awesome, awesome. You're welcome, Yuri. I hope you got it, and thank you. Thank you for, wow, okay, how to stop period pain. Magnesium bisglycinate, really important. Also doing this castor oil pack on your abdomen when you've got your period pain, amazing. Magnesium bisglycinate was one of those things that we talked about as well. Great question. Yes, use 1-to-1 carry. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you, guys. Yeah, thanks to everybody who's here today. It's so great to have you. Thank you for sharing today's live. We do this every week. So next week, we're going to be talking some new subjects as well. We'll probably be revisiting the thyroid because I always get a lot of questions about thyroid. We'll come back to that leptin resistance as well. We'll talk a little bit more about belly fat. It seemed to be very popular today talking about that belly fat, right? Yes, I think so. Please let me know where you're from. Thank you for sharing with all of your friends today. It was so great to have you here. And, questions about ulcers, stomach. Yeah, that is something that we can definitely talk about. And I know that, hello in Canada, T, nice to see you. I'm Canadian as well here in Canada. Oh, perimenopausal advice. Well, yes, that is something that we can definitely share next week. So thank you for tuning in. And Thankful Life in Ghana, nice to see you. Thank you for tuning in today. I love Ghana. I was there a few years ago. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you for tuning in. Juice, thank you. In Brazil, Montreal, oh my goodness, so many people here. Cornwall in the UK, nice to see you. Thanks for coming out. And hello, the Anna Lehman in Germany. Guten Tag, wie geht's? I hope you're well. Thank you for tuning in today. It's so great to have you all here. Hello, hello. And a lot of Canadians here as well. Chicago, okay, more on migraines. That's something we can talk about as well. Kelowna, BC. Hello, Heather. Hello, Late Bluma. I like that. Headache. And yes, we're going to be talking again about gut health. So how many people are having healthy poops? This is something we'll talk about next week. So I hope that you tune in next week. This is important because having healthy, happy poops is important for your health. And I know that a lot of people were interested when I talked about that ileocecal valve massage today. Really important. There's actually more of a technique than, maybe we can share some of that as well, that I do have on my social media. But if you're having poops like this, so if you have severe constipation, this is an issue. We definitely have to make sure that we are optimizing our proper gut function. If you've got a lot of gas and bloating, listen, Ladies, gentlemen, this is not normal to have gas and bloating. It's not normal to have headaches. It's not normal to have irregular bowel movements. You should be having at least 1 to 2 bowel movements per day. I usually, advocated to my patients 2 bowel movements for women is the ideal. 3 bowel movements per day for guys is ideal. And they should be formed. They should be dark. Are we going to talk poop? Yeah, we're going to talk poop. Okay, so they're supposed to be dark sinkers. The gold standard, what they say is the best poop, and don't mind the color because I know I got comments on the colors. It's just what was available in terms of the Play-Doh at the time. During lockdowns, this is all I could get. Okay, so it looks gray, but your poop should not be gray. Okay, but an S-shaped dark sinker is your best type of poop to have. It should be dark, it should be sinking. And why is it S-shaped? They ask me this on TV all the time. Why is it an S-shape? Why isn't it another shape? Well, S, because as it falls into the toilet, it's sort of meandering around, and that is a great indication that it has the length and it has, enough solidity, if I can call it that, to have that proper poop, and you've had enough fiber, enough essential fatty acids. So having those healthy poops is something that we will talk about next week, so make sure you're tuning into my show next week at this same time slot every Tuesday, the Doctor Janine Show. We are here live on all these platforms and we talk about things that we do naturally. Okay, so again, when we have, this is also considered a healthy poop. My son, this one is more realistic in color, right? So this is something my youngest son made for me as an indication that, yeah, he knows what healthy poops look like. Okay, if you've got these types of poops, this could be a parasite issue. And I know I get a ton of questions on parasites. I have some posts coming up on parasites and how to do proper parasite cleansing and doing it in the right way. So that's going to be coming up. If you had light colored poops, not so healthy, that could be liver gallbladder issues. And if it kind of looks like oatmeal, so that is a problem. If you've got the big monster, we call the elephant poop here at the Doctor Janine Show. Yeah, this one, the kids got carried away. And this is share your poop emoji, hey? You don't have to tell me what kind of poop you have, but just if you like the poop talk, and you want more information about digestion, please put the poop emoji in the comments. Love, love, love. Yes, sunset, sunrise, blast. It is a little early. I hope nobody's having their breakfast right now as I hold my poop platter. This is what made me famous on TikTok. It's so funny because, yeah, people talked about it. If you actually do a Google search on the ghost poop, you will see yours truly. That's another thing that went viral just recently, which is amazing. So just do a little Google search of ghost poop and you'll see me. You'll see that TikTok. Hilarious, funny stuff. And people, I went for a walk the other day with my husband, and the neighbors, they're like, oh my God, we saw you in the New York Post. Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, that was me talking about poop. Yep, that was me. That's me. That's me. That's what I do. I talk poop. Okay, so the S-shaped dark sinker, this is your best type of poop, as we know, as well as this not so healthy. So the rabbit pellets, or what I call the meatball poop, not so healthy. That's severe constipation. You got to get more fiber. And these are the tips that I help in terms of being able to help. We don't want to have this kind of poop, guys, do we? No, no, no. We want to have these better poops. We also want to share, okay, so we do have some information. Oh, we have the New York Post, so we have it here. So if you missed it, okay, we're giving it all to you here. Look at, what is the ghost poop? There I am. Hello, hello. So that was my most recent viral TikTok. That is, yeah, it's a great article. Just check it out. It's a great video as well as fun. It started with a conversation at the salon when I was getting my hair done. And that's how that video evolves. So when something goes viral, you never know what it's going to be. And that's why I just love to share so much information about natural health. And that's what I do as a naturopathic doctor, of course, and all the research that I do as well, which is amazing. And I'm working on my 3rd book right now. My first 2 were national bestsellers, which is amazing. And my 3rd book is due to come out very soon. So I'm super excited. I don't have a launch date yet. I'm not allowed to say anything, but it is coming. So stay tuned for that. And thanks for all the new followers. Thanks for sharing today's live. It's so great that you all were able to tune in. So next week, I promise we'll talk about poops, the pencil poops, not so healthy. Also, if you've got floating, what I call the chicken nugget poops, also not so good. So if you've got these light floating poops, not good. They should be dark sinkers, as we know. That can be an indication of lack of fiber as well. Thanks for following, guys. Thanks for everyone who tuned in today. All right, are we good? We're good? Thank you. And I know, yeah, Donna, thanks for the follow. Barb, thanks for the follow. Janet, thanks for the follow. Oh my goodness, Medella. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I see so many poop emojis. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you guys. Thanks for all the new follows. There's so many of you that are here. Please check out all my content, because if you're new to my content, please check it out. You're going to love what you find, and it might actually help you to be a healthier person. That's what I endeavor to do. Make sure you tune in next week. I always endeavor to empower you over the healing of your own body, mind, and spirit. Thanks for being here, guys, and we'll see you next week.